Let me guess. You've tried everything. You've gone no contact. You've blocked. You've deleted the photos. You've told yourself, I'm done. But deep down, you're not. They're still in your head, still in your heart, still showing up in your dreams, in songs, in streets, in smells. And you're tired, exhausted, frustrated, because this was supposed to be over. But here's the truth. Letting go isn't a decision you make once. It's a decision you make over and over, every single time their memory tries to crawl back in. So let's not sugarcoat it. Let's break this wide open. Let's start with this. As Seneca once said, we suffer more often in imagination than in reality. And he was right. You're not suffering because of what's happening now. You're suffering because of the story you keep replaying. What could have been? What should have been? What if they change? What if you were just a little more this or a little less that? But let me ask you something. How long are you planning to cry? You've cried. Good, you needed it. But are you going to spend the rest of your life stuck in a past that doesn't want you back? Because healing doesn't come when you stop feeling. Healing comes when you realize that you deserve to feel something more. Why can't you stop thinking about them? Because love isn't just emotional. It's chemical. Your brain associated that person with dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin. They weren't just someone. They became your safety, your home, your pattern. As George Santayana once said, habit is stronger than reason. And even if they hurt you, even if they left, even if they broke you, the brain still craves the pattern. But hear me clearly. A pattern is not a person. And comfort is not the same as love. What are you really missing? You're not missing them. You're missing how they looked at you when they were in love, the plans you made, the parts of yourself you felt safe to show, who you were when you felt seen. But here's the plot twist. You don't need them to feel all that again. You can feel safe. You can feel inspired. You can feel loved without going back to a place that destroyed you. As Nayyirah Waheed once wrote, you do not heal by going back to what broke you. So how do you actually stop thinking about your ex? First, accept that you're addicted. Treat it like one. Stop trying to get over it in a week. You're not crazy, you're chemically attached. But like any addiction, you need detox. Remove reminders. Stop listening to those sad songs just to hurt yourself more. Don't stalk their socials. You're not getting closure from that. You're just reopening the wound. As someone wise once said, you can't heal in the same environment that made you sick. Second, interrupt the cycle on purpose. Every time their name enters your head, say this is not helping me heal. I deserve peace. I deserve freedom. This thought is no longer welcome. Say it out loud if you have to. You have to retrain your mind like a wild animal. Because right now, your mind is running toward pain as if it's comfort. Stop it. Every time. Over and over. Until it learns. Third, refocus your energy. Become obsessed with yourself. You were never too much. You were just with someone who made you feel like you were. So now, become the person you were afraid to be in that relationship. Start the project. Change your hair. Hit the gym. Travel solo. Build that life that your past self only dreamed of. As Goethe once said, as soon as you trust yourself, you will know how to live. You want revenge? Glow the hell up. Fourth, rewrite the story. Stop making them the hero. You're not broken because they left. You're not unlovable because it ended. Ask yourself, did they see you? Did they truly respect you? Or did you shrink to make them feel bigger? They were a chapter, not the whole book. So stop rereading the same 3 pages and calling it your life. As Aubrey de Grey said, don't cling to a mistake just because you spent a long time making it. The fifth, let them go energetically. That means stop romanticizing it. Stop waiting for the apology. Stop hoping they'll come back as someone else. And here's the kicker. Almost everyone who leaves comes back. Eventually. Maybe in a year. Maybe in 5. Maybe in 10. They remember what they lost. They reach out. They miss what they didn't know how to keep. But by then, you won't want them anymore. Because by the time they come back, you'll have outgrown that version of yourself who needed their love to feel whole. So what really happens when you let go? You stop being haunted by what could have been. You stop sacrificing yourself for the fantasy of someone else. You stop trying to get closure from people who couldn't even give you clarity. And instead, you start waking up lighter. You start hearing your own voice again. You start becoming the version of you that they were never ready for. Because healing isn't about going back. It's about becoming someone you'd never trade for the past again. Go outside for a walk, take 10,000 steps every day, find a hobby you enjoy, read books, watch comedies that will entertain you. Although it sounds banal, these things will help you the most. They will help you forget the past and allow you to rediscover yourself. Set goals, make a plan, and move forward. Life goes on, and you can't stand by and wait for everything to change by itself. As every healed person knows, when the soul is ready, its ex will text. And when they do, you'll read the message. You'll remember the love. And you'll smile. Because you won't need it anymore. Want to go even deeper? If you're ready to rebuild your identity, your self-respect, your worth, then read my book, The Self-Worth Formula, Your Blueprint for Healing, Confidence, and Never Settling Again. You can find the ebook link in my description. Ready for the next step? Stop thinking about them. Start thinking about you. When the memories hit you out of nowhere, let's be real. You can be having a perfectly good day. The sun is shining. You're laughing with friends. You're finally feeling like you again. And boom, a song, a place, a memory, and you're back, spinning. Listen to me. This doesn't mean you're not healing. It means you're human. Memories are like echoes. They don't always ask permission before they arrive. But you get to choose if you answer. When they come, don't push them away with shame. Don't say, "Why am I still thinking about them?" Instead say, "This is a memory, not a message. I'm allowed to feel it and let it pass." And it will pass. Every time you let it pass without giving it power, you train your nervous system to trust again. To be safe without them, to exist beyond them. As Carl Jung once said, "I am not what happened to me, I am what I choose to become." Your future self is waiting. Close your eyes. Picture yourself 1 year from now. Not the broken version of you today, but the version who didn't give up. The version who said, "Enough. I deserve more." They exist. They're real and they're waiting for you. Every time you resist texting them. Every time you stop yourself from checking their page. Every time you choose growth over grief. You're choosing them. Your healed, powerful, grounded, magnetic self. As Viktor Frankl once said, when we are no longer able to change a situation, we are challenged to change ourselves. And right now you're changing. Pain is part of the process. But regret? Regret comes from going back. So instead of asking, "Will they come back to me?" ask, "Will I come back to me?" Because the greatest comeback is not getting them back. It's getting yourself back. If you've made it this far, I want you to hear this loud and clear. You are not broken, you are not hard to love, you are not too much. This ending you're living through is not a punishment, it's a redirection. It's your invitation to rebuild. But this time with stronger walls, cleaner boundaries, and a heart that beats for you first. Take your time, be gentle, but don't stay stuck. Because the life that's waiting for you, the love that's coming, the you that you haven't even met yet, they are all on the other side of this pain. As Maya Angelou once said, "You may not control all the events that happen to you, but you can decide not to be reduced by them. So stand up, even if you stand slowly, even if your voice shakes, and when you're ready to start building your self-worth brick by brick, start here." My ebook, The Self-Worth Formula, was written exactly for moments like this, to help you rebuild from the inside out. You don't have to do it alone. You can find the link in the description of this video. You're not done yet. You're just getting started.